Good evening. The 2015 Organization meeting of the Board of Children Freeholders of the County of Burlington is hereby called to order. In compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act, this is to announce that adequate notice of this meeting was provided. I direct the Deputy Clerk to enter into the minutes of this meeting this public announcement and the advance written notice of this meeting. Please stand for the flag salute and remain standing for the invocation.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The invocation will be given by Deacon Joseph Tedeschi.
I would ask you, each in your own way, to focus your thoughts and prayers with me as we begin this reorganization meeting of the Burlington County Board of Chosen Freeholders. We pray to you, God our Father, to give these 5 members of the board the strength, courage, and compassion to lead and govern the people of Burlington County. Inspire them, we pray, and make them ever mindful of their responsibilities to serve those who have entrusted them with their confidence to govern and serve. Guide them and grant them wisdom and understanding as they assume the solemn task of governing. We seek your protection for these members, and we invoke your divine help for them in all matters affecting the lives and property of the citizens of Burlington County. And for this privileged moment of prayer to you, we offer a collective and a grateful Amen.
Amen. Caitlin Potter will now sing the Star Spangled Banner.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I will now read the certificate of election for Bruce Gargano. Certificate of Election, Board of County Canvassers of Burlington County, New Jersey. The said board do determine that an election held in the said county on the 4th day of November in the year of our Lord 2014, Bruce Gargano was duly elected Burlington County Freeholder. In witness whereof, I have hereunto set my hand this 14th day of November, AD 2014, Joseph Dugan, Chairman of the Board of County Canvassers. Attested to by Timothy D. Tyler, County Clerk, State of New Jersey, County of Burlington. I, Timothy D. Tyler, Burlington County Clerk, do hereby certify that the foregoing is a true and correct statement of the Board of County Canvassers in relation to the said election, in testimony whereof I have hereunto set my hand and official seal this 14th day of November 2014, Timothy D. Tyler. The oath of office for Freeholder Bruce Gargano will be administered by the Honorable Philip E. Haynes.
Please place your left hand on the Bible and raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Bruce Gargano,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will impartially and justly
that I will impartially and justly
perform all the duties of the office
perform all the duties of the office
of Burlington County Freeholder
of Burlington County Freeholder
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
I, state your name,
I, Bruce Gargano,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith
and that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same,
and allegiance to the same,
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
So,
So help me God.
congratulations.
I will now read the certificate of election for Mary Ann O'Brien. Certificate of election, Burlington County Board of Canvassers. The said board do determine that an election held in the said county on the 4th day of November in the year of our Lord 2014, Mary Ann O'Brien was duly elected Burlington County Freeholder. In witness whereof, I have hereunto set my hand this 14th day of November, AD 2014, Joseph Dugan, Chairman of the Board of County Canvassers, attested to by Timothy D. Tyler, County Clerk, State of New Jersey, County of Burlington. I, Timothy D. Tyler, Burlington County Clerk, do hereby certify that the foregoing is a true and correct statement of the Board of County Canvassers in relation to the said election. In testimony whereof, I have hereunto set my hand and official seal this 14th day of November, 2014, Timothy D. Tyler, County Clerk. The oath of office for Freeholder Mary Ann O'Brien will be administered by the Honorable Philip E. Haynes.
I state your name.
I, Mary Ann O'Brien,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly
that I
swear
will impartially and justly
that I will impartially and justly
perform all the duties of the office
perform all the duties of the office
of Burlington County Freeholder
of Burlington County Freeholder
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
I,
Mary Ann O'Brien,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith
and that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same,
and allegiance to the same,
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
I will now call the roll of the Board of Citizen Freeholders. Freeholder Belgar.
Here.
Freeholder Donnelly. Here. Freeholder Gargano.
Here.
Freeholder O'Brien.
Here.
And Freeholder Schwartz.
Here.
Do I have a nomination for the Director of the Board of Citizen Freeholders for 2015?
I'd like to nominate Mary Ann O'Brien.
Somebody got a name.
That's perfect.
Hearing no, Hearing no other nominations, I declare the nominations closed. Please vote by name on roll call. Freeholder Belvoir.
Marianne O'Brien.
Freeholder Donnelly.
Marianne O'Brien.
Freeholder Gargano.
Marianne O'Brien.
Freeholder O'Brien.
O'Brien.
And Freeholder Schwartz.
Marianne O'Brien.
Ms. O'Brien is hereby duly elected as the Director of the Board of Chosen Freeholders for 2015. The oath of office for Director O'Brien will be administered by the Honorable Philip.
I state your name.
I, Marianne O'Brien,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will impartially and justly
that I will impartially and justly
perform all the duties of the office of
perform all the duties of the office of
Freeholder Director
Freeholder Director
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
I state your name.
I, Marianne O'Brien,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith
and that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same
and allegiance to the same,
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
under the authority,
under the authority of the people.
so help me God.
So help me God. Thank you very much. Do I have a nomination for Deputy Director of the Board of Chosen Freeholders for 2015?
Yes, Director, at this time, I'd like to nominate Bruce Gargano.
And I second. Do we have any other nominations? Hearing no other nominations, I declare the nominations closed. Please vote by name on roll call for Deputy Director.
Freeholder Belvoir.
Bruce Gargano.
Freeholder Donnelly.
Bruce Gargano.
Freeholder Gargano.
Gargano.
Freeholder Schwartz.
Bruce Gargano.
And Director O'Brien.
Freeholder Bruce Gargano. Mr. Gargano is hereby duly elected as Deputy Director of the Board of Chosen Freeholders for 2015. The oath of office for Deputy Director Gargano will be administered by the Honorable Philip E. Hayes.
Can we get the kids up for one?
Please raise your right hand and repeat it after me. I state your name.
I, Bruce Gargano,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly
that
swear
I will impartially and justly
that I will impartially and justly
perform all the duties of
perform all the duties of
the office of Freeholder Deputy Director
the office of Freeholder Deputy Director
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my
So
ability.
help me God.
So help me God.
I state your name.
I, Bruce Gargano,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith
and that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same
and allegiance to the same,
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
So help me
So
God.
help me God.
Congratulations.
All right, we will now move on to resolutions. Move to get out of this consent of resolutions 1 through 4. Do we have a second?
Second.
I have a comment or question, if that's okay.
Certainly.
I do this from time to time. On K1, the rules of the board approved for 2015, I just wanted to note my objection to Article 5, 1A1, which limits the total time for comments at a public meeting by the public to 30 minutes. I feel that this thwarts the ability of the public to be able to take part in the process and air whatever thoughts or comments they may have. I know that we can suspend the rules, but I feel that this rule limits public comment in a way that is not open to the people.
And I also have some problems with Section A. It says that the director is the only one who establishes the agenda. We've all been elected on our constituents, and as freeholders, we should all have a right to be able to put items on the agenda. So I also have an issue with that.
Okay. We will then continue to vote. Are there any abstentions? Okay, proceed to vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I accept to K1, which I vote no.
Okay.
And I'm voting no, opposed to also A and also A1.
All right, the ayes have it. And we'll now move on to the nomination and election of 3 assistant county solicitors to 1-year term. Do I have any nominations?
Director, at this time, I'd like to nominate Carl B. Buck III, Jeffrey N. Raven, and Dina Rocco.
Do we have any other nominations? Hearing none, we have a roll call, please.
Freeholder Belvoir.
Yes, as named.
Freeholder Donnelly.
Names as read.
Freeholder Gargano.
Names is read.
Freeholder Schwartz.
As read.
And Director.
Names is read. Next, we have the nomination and election of 1 fire coordinator to a 1-year term.
I'd like to nominate Pat Lugos.
Do we have any other nominations? Hearing none, have a roll call, please.
Freeholder Belvoir.
Pat Lugos.
Freeholder Donnelly.
Vegas.
Freeholder Gargano.
As named.
Freeholder Schwartz.
Vegas.
And Director O'Brien.
As named. Next, we have the nomination and election of 5 deputy fire coordinators to a 1-year term. Do I have any nominations?
Director, at this time, I'd like to move into consideration and nominate Michael Cranks, Wiley C. Johnson Jr., Craig Augustoni, Craig Farnsworth, and George Meredith.
Any other nominations? Hearing none, I'd like to ask for a roll call, please.
Freeholder Belvoir.
As read.
Freeholder Donnelly.
Names as read.
Freeholder Gargano.
Names is read.
Freeholder Schwartz.
As read.
And Director O'Brien.
Names as read. Next, we have the nomination and election of 5 assistant fire coordinators to a 1-year term. Any nominations?
I'd like to nominate Clarence Winger, Steve Scholing, Steve Perkins Sr., William Smith, and Mike Hollenbeck.
Any other nominations? Hearing none, I'd like to ask for a roll call, please.
Freeholder Belvoir.
As read.
Freeholder Donnelly.
Names as read.
Freeholder Gargano.
Names is read.
Freeholder Schwartz.
Names is read.
And Director O'Brien.
Names is read. Next, we have the nomination and election of 1 EMS coordinator to a 1-year term. Have a nomination, please.
Director, at this time, I'd like to move into consideration and nomination Bruce Herbst.
Any other nominations? Hearing none, I'd like to ask for a roll call, please.
Freeholder Belvoir.
Bruce Herbst.
Freeholder Donnelly.
Bruce Herbst.
Freeholder Gargano.
Bruce Herbst.
Freeholder Schwartz.
Bruce Herbst.
And Director O'Brien.
Bruce Herbst. Now we have the nomination and election of 6 deputy EMS coordinators to a 1-year term. Do I have any nominations?
I'd like to nominate Fran Berguric, Steve Taylor, Dave Eppenberg, Tom Moore, and George Jackson Jr.
Any other nominations? Hearing none, I'd like to ask for a roll call, please.
Freeholder Belvoir.
As read.
Freeholder Donnelly.
Names as read.
Freeholder Gargano.
Names is read.
Freeholder Schwartz.
As read.
And Director O'Brien.
Names as read. Now we have the nomination and election of 9 members to the Emergency Services Advisory Board to a 1-year term. Do we have any nominations?
Yes, Director, at this time, I'd like to place in consideration and nominate Craig Augustoni, Anthony Burnett, J. Lee Danaher, William Smith, Ryan Hoffman, Phil Drangula, Frank Bjork, Robert Tobin, and George Jackson III.
Any other nominations? Hearing none, I'd like to ask for a roll call, please.
Freeholder Bellegarde.
As read.
Freeholder Donnelly.
Names is read.
Freeholder Gargano.
Names is read.
Freeholder Schwartz.
As read.
And Director O'Brien.
Names as read. Now we move on to the nomination and election of 3 members, the director and 2 freeholders to the Board of School Estimates for the Burlington County Institute of Technology for a 1-year term. I nominate myself as director, Gargano and Donnelly. Do I have a second?
Second.
Do we have any other nominations? Hearing no others, I'd like to ask for a roll call.
Freeholder Bellegarde.
Yes, as read.
Freeholder Donnelly.
Names is read.
Freeholder Gargano.
Names is read.
Freeholder Schwartz.
As read.
And Director O'Brien.
Names is read. Next, we have the nomination and election of 3 members to the Board of School Estimates for the Burlington County Special Services School. I nominate myself as director and freeholder Gargano and freeholder Donnelly. Do I have a second?
Second.
Any other nominations? Hearing no others, I'd like to ask for a roll call, please.
Freeholder Bellegarde.
Yes, as read.
Freeholder Donnelly.
Names is read.
Freeholder Gargano.
Yes.
Freeholder Schwartz. Freeholder Schwartz.
As read.
And Director O'Brien.
Names is read. Next, we have the nomination and election of 3 members to the Board of School Estimates for the Burlington County College. I nominate myself as director, freeholder Gargano and freeholder Donnelly. Do I have a second?
Second.
Any other nominations? Hearing no others, I'd like to ask for a roll call.
Freeholder Bellegarde.
As read.
Freeholder Donnelly.
Names is read.
Freeholder Gargano.
Names is read.
Freeholder Schwartz.
As read.
And Director O'Brien.
Names as read. At this point, I will make appointments by the director of the departments. These would be department directors directing administration and human services. That would be myself. Public Works, Solid Waste, Health, freeholder Bruce Gargano. Hospital and Medical Services and Elections, freeholder Amy Bellegarde. Economic Development, Natural Resources, Education, freeholder Joseph Donnelly. And for Public Safety and Corrections, freeholder Joanne Schwartz. Now for freeholder appointments by the director to various boards. To the Board of Social Services, I appoint myself and freeholder Gargano. To the Burlington County Planning Board, I appoint myself and freeholder Gargano. For 1 board member as alternate to the Burlington County Planning Board, I appoint freeholder Amy Bellegarde. To the Personnel Committee, I appoint myself, freeholders Donnelly and Gargano. As freeholder representative to our military bases, I appoint freeholder Joseph Donnelly. As freeholder liaison to the Burlington County Bridge Commission, I appoint freeholder Joe Donnelly. Now for appointments by director of the board to Burlington County Agriculture Development Board for 2015. I nominate Lisa Post, Louis DiLorenzo, John Logue, Judy Shaw, Timothy Lutz, Philip Crookett, John Hubig, Robert Eckert, Peter Johnson, Todd Wilkinson, Paul Shin, Lawrence Kuser, Raymond Samuelis, Thomas Budd, and Edward Fox. At this time, I would like to have remarks by our various freeholders. And I'm going to go first. Judge Haynes, Assembly Member Troy Singleton, Sheriff Sanfield, Clerk Tyler. I also see a lot of fellow elected officials from the county and our various municipalities. And there's so many here. I'm so thrilled to see you all. But I'd like to ask you to stand so that you can be recognized. So all elected municipal officials and county officials. Also to our staff for making tonight's event possible. Although I did note that you all seemed a little more cheerful going about it than you ever did on the morning of New Year's Day. As Freeholder Howard said at his final meeting, our staff truly makes serving this county a pleasure, and I'm excited for the opportunity to work with you all again. Most importantly, I want to express a sincere and heartfelt thank you to the people of Burlington County for electing Bruce Gargano and myself to this board of chosen freeholders. As you know, Bruce and I ran a campaign focused on finding new and innovative ways to make Burlington County more affordable for our residents. When it comes to property taxes, this board has a record that knows no equal. County property taxes have been cut for 6 consecutive years, down by more than $20 million. This resulted in the independent Pew Charitable Trust crediting Burlington County with having the lowest comparable tax burden in the entire Philadelphia region. With assistance from our colleagues across the aisle, I am committed to building upon this record of fiscal responsibility. Still, a family's finances go beyond taxes alone. That is why, in the last year, Director Gargano established several new initiatives aimed at making it easier for Burlington County residents to afford their homes and pay their bills. The county's new energy aggregation program will give residents an opportunity to realize up to 10% in savings on their electric utility bills. This can directly benefit the bottom line for many residents, particularly those on a fixed income. Already much work has been done to advance this cost savings initiative, and several towns have passed ordinances to join the program. In the year ahead, we will make those monthly utility savings a reality. As director, I will continue to represent our residents in the ongoing struggle against utility rate increases. Building on our successful battles with New Jersey American Water and South Jersey Gas, I will actively oppose unnecessary utility rate increases and fight to reform the complicated and purposefully non-transparent system by which they are approved. The public has a right to know and to be heard before the utilities they rely on become more expensive. Going even further, Director Gargano, this board, and our county staff have shown tremendous compassion in understanding that for those residents most in need, true health and stability is more than just an electric bill payment away. As such, the county has revamped our approach towards ending homelessness. We undertook a comprehensive reorganization of our Human Services Department to serve the most vulnerable more effectively and efficiently. We supported the development of new permanent housing through home funds, directly establishing 44 new units, which will leverage a total of 214 new units. In addition to the over $16 million spent on housing services, grant funds have been used to support housing counseling, homeowner preservation, and first-time homebuyer programs. Most notably, we have recently become the only county in the state to develop a program that reallocates emergency assistance dollars for permanent housing and case management. This means that rather than living from motel to motel, individuals and families in Burlington County in need of housing will be placed into permanent housing and provided with the assistance necessary to become self-reliant. This is without a doubt a major step in ending the vicious cycle that has far too many children growing up in motels and lacking the support necessary for success. As a mother, that goal has particular importance to me, and I am excited that in the year ahead, we will see this pilot program drastically improve the quality of life of many Burlington County families. Still, I abide by the old adage that the best social program is a job. Last year, the board unveiled an aggressive workforce development initiative aimed at helping more of our residents obtain the skills necessary to find good, well-paying jobs. Through this initiative, we will build better employees by providing students and job seekers with the tools necessary to build their education around the careers available in today's job market. Already much progress has been made on this initiative. Leaders from across government, education, and the private sector have been brought to the table as we chart an innovative approach to improving our workforce and creating jobs. Tonight, I am pleased to announce that in the weeks ahead, we will open a one-stop workforce development center at Burlington County College, their Mount Holly facility. This center will serve as the central point of access for all workforce development services and programs. This will provide a better access point for both job seekers and potential employers, allowing residents to more easily receive the assistance and guidance that they need to advance their careers. This same one-stop model is also being applied in an exciting way as we utilize county resources to most effectively serve struggling and at-risk youth. Whether it's helping kids graduate from high school, providing safe alternatives that can keep a teenager out of trouble, or even giving a young person a second chance at success. We here at the county have an important role to play. Many of these programs already exist and are currently helping thousands of young people throughout Burlington County. But as always, we can do more and we can do better. In 2015, we will establish new youth drop-in centers designed specifically to address the needs of our youth within their communities. These centers will allow us to bring consolidated services directly to our at-risk populations, and I look forward in their success. Now, many of you will remember that one of the things I most enjoyed doing as a freeholder was leading our Sneaker Sunday programs. So naturally, I followed the ongoing efforts of the county's new Health Starts Here initiative with great interest. From free flu shots to health clinics and our Healthy Kids Hero program, there is much that we can do to help our residents live healthier and happier lives. So yes, Sneaker Sundays will be back in full force this year. There will, however, be one slight variation. Rather than limiting our group walks to county parks, this year we will be venturing into our municipalities and enjoying some of the many local recreation projects funded through our Municipal Parks Development Grant Program. This program has funded new parks, ball fields, playgrounds, and trails throughout many of our municipalities. With $5 million set aside for the program each year, and with another $5 million to be distributed this year, this program has saved each of the participating municipalities hundreds of thousands of dollars. Last year, it won an award from the National Association of Counties for its innovation and success. Hosting Sneaker Sundays at varying grant-funded project locations will raise awareness about the program and serve as an additional form of outreach into our municipalities. Tonight, I am excited to announce that in addition to resurrecting Sneaker Sundays in 2015, I will begin to host Saddle Up Saturdays. This program will allow for monthly bike rides along county trails and roads. As an avid biker myself, I'm truly excited about this new initiative and look forward to leading some fun rides. Like Sneaker Sundays, these biking expeditions will bring residents together and help them to stay active. They will also serve as an additional opportunity for residents to communicate directly with their freeholder director and learn more about all that the county has to offer. For example, many residents are unaware that the county is actively pursuing a master plan to construct regional parks that are interconnected with a trail system, an effort I hope to advance in the year ahead. So get ready, because as soon as the weather starts to cooperate, I'll be coming to a park or trail near you. and I hope many of our residents will join me. As we consider all of these initiatives and the countless others that one night's address could not possibly do justice, it's important to remember that rarely does the county act alone. With everything we do, the county engages partners, whether they are from other governmental agencies, the private sector, or other nonprofits. For several years, I served on the board of the United Way, so I have seen firsthand as local nonprofits have worked cooperatively with Burlington County's departments to bring quality services to the community. The recent appointment of new executive staff at the United Way has provided an opportunity to build upon our partnership and expand the services that together we can provide to our residents. John MG, who has worked and lived in Burlington County for 30 years, was recently appointed to the new position of Executive Director, Atlantic, Burlington, and Cape May counties of the local United Way. I have known of John's talents for many years and am excited to improve upon our collaborative efforts. John, there he is. And would you please stand up? Tonight, I am calling for a new focus on our partnerships with the United Way and other organizations like it. By bringing these groups together, the county can continue to do more with less. By bringing these, and then we would expand upon the first aid services we provide to our residents. With the help of the United Way, we can develop some exciting new initiatives that will aid our fight against homelessness, help families get out of debt, and provide working families with the tools necessary to grow their incomes. This work is underway, so stay tuned for more updates in the near future. You see, partnerships like these are a clear example of the unique opportunity that we have to affect positive change here at the county level. As freeholders, we are at our best when we are bringing people together to serve our community in the most effective way possible. Which brings me to my final point, and I believe one of our biggest obstacles. Ultimately, nothing prevents us from helping the most people possible than so few people understanding who we are and what we do. Frankly, most residents don't know what a freeholder is. Or at the very least, they are unaware of the many ways in which we can help them. Tonight, and in the year ahead, I want to make it clear to all of our residents that our job is to be in their corner. To the young graduate looking for a job, we are in your corner with the tools you need through our workforce development initiative. To the family in need of a stable home, we are in your corner, changing a system that has bounced you from motel to motel for far too long. The small business owner need only look to our Shop Burlington County First program to find emotional and outreach support. Women of all ages can find resources through our active advisory council on women. For children, we have a library system. For students, we have our county college and vocational schools. For our military and veterans, we have a division of veteran services in their corner that is unmatched throughout the region. And when every resident sits down to pay their taxes or utility bills, they should know that we have been in their corner, fighting to make those bills more affordable. That is why I pledge to increase our outreach and to regularly get out into our communities. Maybe it's the cheerleader in me, but to all of our residents, I am rooting for you. Whether you're starting a business, earning your Eagle Scout merit badge, or just looking for a better place to raise your family, I want you to have the tools you need to succeed. Because I am in your corner, rooting for you. I hope you'll root for me and for each other. as your director. I hope we can work together with focus and with unity. I look forward to serving with you, and I am confident that together we can solve problems and continue to help our taxpayers. My very best to you and your families in the year ahead. Finally, to all of you who are here today, thank you so much for your good wishes and your sincere interest in county government. I hope everyone agrees 2015 has all the makings of a great year. Happy New Year to everyone. Thank you, and God bless you all. We'll now move on to comments by freeholders. Freeholder Bellard.
Thank you. Well, first, welcome and congratulations, Freeholders Director O'Brien, and welcome back and congratulations, Deputy Director Gargano. It's been an exciting past year. You know, we, as a board, come from different sides of the aisle. But once we get here to this board, our task and our goal is the same, and that's to work for and serve the people of Burlington County. And I think we've done an excellent job of that. And I just want to say that I'm very thankful that last year, Joanne and I had an opportunity to be part of the budget process after we had requested such an opportunity. And in that regard, together and collectively, we were able to bring ideas to the table that reduce the tax burden for the people of Burlington County. And I'm hopeful that collectively, as a board, we can once again work together to do great things for the people of this county. To the people that came out to join us tonight, thank you so much for being here. I hope we'll see you at future meetings, and I hope that we can serve you. You know, I know my door, and I think the doors of each of the freeholders are always open to you. So if you have ideas, comments, input, things you want to see done, please approach us and let us know so that we can truly work for you. To the folks who work so hard every day for this county, you know, you're truly the people that make the magic happen behind the scenes, and without you, we would not be able to serve the people of Burlington County like we do, and I don't think we thank you often enough, so thank you for all that you do. I don't have much more to say, but again, welcome, congratulations, and I look forward to a wonderful year in 2015. Happy New Year, everyone.
Yes, I'm very interested to hear that Bruce has the health department, because I don't know if everybody knows, but Bruce and I were able to work, and Bruce got his carpenters people together as union, and he was able to help us with the cats, and I'm sure that he will continue that.
Yes.
The shelter.
Joanne will make sure that
For those of you who may not know, that we were very successful this year in getting our shelter to a no-kill rate for dogs. We are hoping to get that for cats, but we have a lot of problems with feral cats, but we've been able to pioneer a barn cat program, which we also did this year, to encourage farmers or equestrians with barns to take our feral cats that are otherwise very difficult to place. So I'm really pleased about that. I also want to give special recognition to Paul Drayton, Eve, and Holly in the health department for the work this year with Ebola. I don't know how many of you are aware, but we were ahead of the curve. They all set up basically a task force, pulled all of the key healthcare providers in the county together, set up policies and procedures, resources, etc. And they did that before our state did it. They were I think you were the first in the whole state of New Jersey to do that, and they should get recognized for that. Also, again, I wanted to mention that when I was listening to the names of the people who were nominated for EMS and for fire, I'm smiling because at least 4 of them I know I ran calls with: Tommy Orr, Bruce Hurt, Pat Biggis, and Fran Pagarak. So it was just a real pleasure hearing a lot of those names, plus the Jacksons. That's really a great team, and I'm really looking forward to having them on board. A lot of names from the past and some new ones, so it's a great team. And lastly, I would like to also, one more thing. I'd like to see our meetings moved around the county. We've talked about this. In the last couple of months, we didn't do it as much as I'd like to see it done. I'd like to see at least 50% and hopefully 2/3 of our meetings throughout the coming year moved around to the different municipalities. And I know from when we did do it, we got a very warm welcome. like to see that happen. And lastly, I'd like to congratulate Bruce and Mary Ann, and thank you very much.
Thank you.
Oh, one more thing. I'm really happy.
This is always the way.
I'm sitting next to him this year.
Freeholder Donnelly.
Thank you, Director. Let me start off. We're not moving the meetings to your rec room in South. I know, but we have to move them now. Good evening, everyone, and Happy New Year. To Director O'Brien, I say congratulations and welcome back. I've had the privilege of serving with both the Director and the Deputy Director in the past, so I'm very excited to have you. Both of you have been back for a while now. But I'm very excited to have you back, and I look forward to great things this coming year. I do this once a year, and it drives me crazy. I'm going to ask the county staff to stand up. Let's assemble in the room. Come on. Thank you again for everything you do to make this board look good, but more importantly, to serve the residents of this county. You do a remarkable job. I do that at Christmas time. I always do it at Reorg, because I think it's important to know that you are the folks in fact driving costs to make this county succeed, and we are grateful for your efforts on a daily basis. And lastly, Director, you're right. It's about jobs and the burden on the taxpayers. And it sounds like you've got great initiatives going in terms of our workforce investment programs and generating permanent work for folks in Burlington County. And this board has a track record of reducing the burden for residents of the county. So with that, I say good luck, and I'm done.
Oh, thank you very much.
I just got a couple of real quick things. Got a letter today from Congressman MacArthur, wishing he was here. He's in Washington getting sworn in, just congratulating us and wishing us luck for the year coming forward. I was like to read the whole thing, but I think everybody has a general idea which direction the letter would be going. It's a very positive, happy letter. But I'd like to thank everybody for coming out here tonight. I'd like to thank my wife Linda for putting up with me for all these years. I mean, she's been a true supporter, and both of my daughters, Kristen and Kelly, who have been to many of these swearing-ins and different events, and I'm sure they've enjoyed greatly. I'd like to thank Judge Phil Haynes. Phil's been, I got involved in politics in 1988, and I think Phil's probably sworn me into the vast majority of the offices I've held as I moved along, so thank you, Phil, for all you've done over the years.
She might not like it too much.
Another special thanks I have out is for Glenn Paulson and Bill Layton. They are two individuals that had confidence in me and were good to bring me and have me involved back in politics in Burlington County, and I'm very thankful for that. I'd like to thank the voters of Burlington County. Mary Ann and I are truly blessed to have the support of Burlington County. I mean, it was an interesting election. It's great to go out and have conversations with people, and we had a lot of information going both ways. So with their support, we can do wonderful things. We have good people up here that I think are here for the right reasons, and I think we're going to move Burlington County forward. We have a great record of cutting taxes and spending and making Burlington County the most cost-competitive county in the state of New Jersey. And we will continue to right-size government, keep services up, and attract new high-paying jobs to our county. And with that, I'd just like to wish everybody a Happy New Year, and thanks for coming out this evening. Second.
This meeting is now adjourned. Please stand. Oh, thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, the ayes have it. Please stand for our benediction by New Jersey.
Dear God, we seek your blessings on the board of chosen freeholders as they go forward to lead and govern the county of Burlington. Guide them and be with them always in their deliberations and reward them with a multitude of good works, leading to the prosperity and well-being for all the peoples of Burlington County. God our Father, we ask you to accept the prayers and petitions of the grateful people. Amen.
Thank you.